All right. Welcome to the CHP meeting, guys. Obviously, there's a lot of people that couldn't make it. Kind of a weird time. We might have to figure out a better time for these meetings, but besides the fact, welcome to the meeting. Got a couple things to go over. Spore, I think you probably have the meeting notes open, hopefully.
I don't. Can you send me the link?
I got you. And Smith, let me forward those to you as well. Ronald on his phone, so it doesn't really matter. So I guess I'll start off taking it from the top here. The rank of Trooper First Class, we are removing that rank. It's been abolished, and everyone that was in that category has been I shouldn't say demoted, but has been placed back in Trooper. Because Trooper First Class was one of those ranks that was pretty useless and didn't really serve much of a purpose. So that has been removed, and it's not
The
coming
vehicles,
back.
the vehicles that were in Trooper First Class, you can still drive as Trooper.
Yep.
So you're not losing anything. Plus,
Still
if you had the
got it.
rank, it wasn't going to work. You couldn't get an RTO, so it was scuffed anyway.
All right, Smith, would you like to take the next section here, brother?
Where are we at?
Oh, ATV and bike.
That's not really my section.
Well, okay. All right. So, ATV / bike patrol, as well as the Marine subdivision, they have been removed because they were not used, and we didn't really see a whole big purpose for them at this point in time. Marine possibly could be coming back, like way far in the future, but as of right now, we have no use for it, and it is wiped and not coming back for the foreseeable future. K9 division. So the plan that we're going for that is we're putting the division on hold. I don't know if any of you guys in here were part of it or have been part of it or used to be part of it in a different department. But that is donezo for now. It's just on hold. We don't see a purpose for it, and we don't have anyone to really be in it and direct the department. So we just got rid of it.
Actually, we should probably start with introductions.
Say that again?
We should probably do introductions as well. Some people. So, my name is Forburst. I was voted commissioner last week. Things got really hectic and crazy. We have Ronald. Ronald was he was CHP commissioner before, or were you deputy? I can't remember which one, Ronald.
Deputy.
Yep. So he's been here before, been here, done that. He's got a lot of experience doing that. M. Smith's been here for a very long time, so everyone should know M. Smith already. And then we have John Diaz. He's assistant director of IA, and he's also one of the directors of SOU. John Diaz has also been one of the top 5 before, so he also has experience.
Yeah, I was commissioner way back when. I don't really recognize any of you guys, so you probably don't know me, but we're talking like September, like way back when. So that's that. Anything else you want to add?
We got Betray Mamba, but
Yep. We also have Mamba.
Well, Mamba.
Mamba was commissioned for a while. He was deputy as well for a bit. So, anyway.
All right. Anything else you want to add, Spore? I don't know what you were.
No, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Nope.
I just wanted to do introductions because some people have
understandable.
asked me who John Diaz was. So I just want to make sure we got everything out of the way.
All right.
Want me to do the next one?
Yeah, go.
That's
Actually, here. I'll take over the rosters, and then you can grab punishments if you want to, Smith.
example.
All right. So
I'll take
the rosters. I have had a lot of people in the Discord say we need to get the roster cleaned up, organize it, fill those spaces and all that. So we've kind of been keeping it under wraps for a little while. Me and Mamba have been working really hard to get a new roster, subdivision, vehicle, and uniform roster put together for you guys, all in one, full package, whole package deal here. And we were waiting for this meeting just to tell you guys about it. And after this meeting, we will be releasing it, and it will go mainstream onto the official roster book. If y'all want to take an early peek at it, go for it. It's right there. Everything is on there. Obviously, before we make it official, we will go through it and just make sure everyone's on there and all the dates and stuff are correct. We have checked it, but we just want to check it one more time just to be safe. But other than that, this is gonna be the new and relatively improved roster format that we have going on. And K9, obviously, I already explained that it's on hold, so you can just ignore that little section, but we left it there just in case. Ronald, I know you wanted to take punishments, brother.
all right. So real quick, AI or internal affairs is going to be handling punishments. If there's somebody in the higher ranks that need to hand out a punishment for something, like they need to give a strikeout for like a trooper who's not doing their job correctly, or a probation to somebody, contact an IA member, preferably. The only two people in the department right now, me and John Diaz. We like to keep track of that kind of stuff just to make sure that we can, remove it when it needs to be removed. Probations, keep track of the strikes, remove the strikes after 7 days, and keep track of how our troopers are doing within the department. So that's that. That was Mr.
Smith, you can go ahead and explain civilian clothing.
So civilian clothing, further information is going to be given in the Discord in the next coming days. The civilian clothing is going to be restricted by the operations procedures. Standard operation procedure is going to restrict civilian clothing. You'll learn more about it in the Discord soon.
So yeah, just to add on to that, guys, it's kind of in the making. Ultimately, what we've decided is it's gonna be Captain Plus in terms of like fully civilian clothing, and it's gonna be restricted in a few ways. I don't want to take up the meeting explaining it to you, so post it. Just keep posted on the Discord for updates regarding that. Once we get an SOP put together, and there'll be a section in there for that and everything. And then in relation to the SOP, it is in the making, and just keep your eyes out on Discord for that as well. Spore, I feel like you might have something to touch upon with roster names.
Roster names, they need to be realistic moving forward. I mean, who the hell's heard of Sporeburst, right? And there's nobody. No real name is called that. No real name is called S4. No real name is called Tiger Blood or Shelf.
No.
So moving forward, we need to make sure that the names are kind of realistic. I haven't really decided what name I'm going to be. I don't know, but yeah, as far as roster names, I'm trying to make it look realistic.
Joined your channel.
Just because numbers and random crap like that is kind of a little weird on the roster if you're looking at it. Actually, Spore, this was kind of on you with the whole promotion system. I don't know if you want to take it away with that.
I mean, are you guys agreed with going that route?
I mean,
John and John, or I'm sorry, not Sean, Ronald and John.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
You're talking about with the document I created, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I have the
So basically,
promotion orders.
That'd be good. So basically, for promotions, as far as promotions go, we're going to be making it a little bit more involved, and it's going to be it's not be effective immediately, but I just want to let you guys know what we're working on is a path, what I call a path of progression. So whenever you get placed in a particular spot, say you are a trooper, you're going to understand your role and what you should already know, and you're going to be given some documentation to go over as to additional what we call additional learning. And basically, there's would be additional laws that are kind of common but less common that you would see on the road. Things that you should be made aware of, things that do happen that you do find in RP on the server, and kind of it'd be um, just something to add on to what you already know. And then whenever you want to be a master trooper, take a small test regarding those laws based on the document, and so on and so forth. And it goes up. Master trooper, you'll be expected to, to have advanced knowledge of less common laws. And then you progress like that, and you take a test, and then once you pass the test and can demonstrate that you do know and you can apply that, then you'd be eligible for promotion again. And then eventually you start, things will start getting tougher and tougher, but it's, you know, pretty much at the end of the day, if you're a sergeant, you should know just about everything. You can handle most situations. So I think it'll be fun, and pretty soon I'll be asking everyone to help give me questions to be added to those tests, and everyone can collaborate on it and say, "Oh, hey, I ran into this priority where this kind of happened. Didn't see it very often, so let's make it into a question on a test," and then we'll mull over it and find out. Well, okay, this is going to be a really hard question, so maybe we'll put this on the sergeant's test, or maybe it's an easy question. We'll put it down on a trooper test or master trooper or whatever. So I think it'll be fun and get everyone involved in it, and everyone can start learning some of those weird California laws that crop up from time to time, like lane splitting. You have these motorcyclists running around going, "Oh yeah, I know more than you." Hey, hey, hey. And then you'll be like, you know what? Guess what? I already know about this, and you're wrong. And then you can go and just completely destroy them. But anyway, that's about the promotion. Did I just kill people?
All right. Well, no, I figured you might have wanted to take over patrol zones as well, but if you want, I can take that for you.
Yeah, patrol zones. That's something that Kyle gave us. He gave us a document, and I really appreciate everyone already um, doing their due diligence to start patrolling in those zones. There has been a request by the dispatchers whenever we are patrolling in a zone that you edit your name and put like ZO1 for zone 1, ZO2. So whenever dispatchers are looking for somebody that may be in that area, that they can look and find out what zone they're actually that we're patrolling in, so the dispatchers can dispatch somebody that's in the right zone and not have someone go from zone 3 to zone 1. Um, I'll probably be adding that pretty soon. I also need to be talking with Kyle. We're going to try to update that zone map. There's some areas there that I don't agree with. So it's I'm going to try to get all of Route 68 to be ours, because that doesn't make sense to only patrol half of Route 68. Another reason why that Kyle wanted us to do this was because I guess there were some complaints of sheriffs saying, "Oh, CHP is taking all of our traffic stops in Sandy or in Blaine County, where we should be patrolling, and this is actually our jurisdiction." I think city was doing the same thing, so that's why we're going to highways, and it does make sense. Um, it may get a little boring out there because we're just on the highways and stuff, but I think once we get acclimated to it, we will know where the most traveled roads are in the highways. But it's just a new learning experience for all of us. Like I said, it wasn't my idea. It was our directors, and we'll adhere to it.
And just to add on to that, all right, if if not following zones, zone restrictions does become an issue, all right. I'm not trying to bust anyone's chops, but I want to give you guys a fair warning. All right, me and Ronald will have to step in if it starts to become an issue, and you guys are, defaulting back to Sandy or Blaine or, patrolling in the city where you shouldn't be. IA will have to step in, and we will have to have a conversation with you. And that's just a big waste of your time, and it could get you in trouble. So, just follow the request, please. It's not that hard. I know it's kind of annoying sometimes, but it's really not that bad when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
I wanted to add something to that. We're CHP. We are highway troopers. Our job is to patrol the highways and keep the highways safe. That's our job. The highways. Notice how I use the word highways. That's the main word here. That's where we stay. We don't go on the calls that call us out crazy places unless dispatch calls us to it. You know, things like that, gunshots in the city, stuff like that. We don't worry about all that. We're here to patrol the highways. Me personally, I sit there and radar on the highways. I like Sonora Freeway. I'll sit there all day and I'll catch somebody eventually. 120 are going to jail. I want to see more people out, more officers, more troopers on the highway. When I go down the highway and I patrol the highways, I want to see an officer out there. I want to see a trooper out there, not just me.
Here's another thing: is if you're sitting there and you're running radar on the highway, and a sheriff is requesting a 32, respond to it because we are here to assist them on
Yes.
whatever they need. If there's a 1080 over there, you assist them. 1099, any of that, they are requesting assistance. We will, drop what we're doing and we're going over there to assist. So
Yep,
that's still there.
That's our job as a highway trooper. That's what you're supposed to do. You're here to patrol the highways and assist the local law enforcement.
Because at the end of the day, we're state, they're just county. So, I mean, that's the perks of CHP. We can go wherever we want because we're state. Um, but yeah, whenever they need help, that's when we step in. And of course, the same courtesy comes back to if we need help on the highway, we can request the sheriff to come over and help.
All right, and one other thing, just to kind of wrap this whole thing up. I know we have had, I'm not going to point any fingers, but we have had individuals that are not following chain of command. If you don't know what the chain of command is, you can look in my channel, Assistant Chief John Diaz. I have it at the bottom of my channel description. Look there. That is your chain of command. All right, that. If you have a problem, take it to your sergeant first. If your sergeant can't handle it, you know what I mean. Just step up a level every time. Don't just come and sit in my waiting room, Smith's waiting room, Betray's waiting room, Ronald's or Spore's. If it is an issue regarding, like, what am I supposed to wear as a trooper? Don't come to that. Don't come to us for that. All right, there's going to be other people that can handle that situation and can find it for you if you don't know where to find it yourself. Don't hound us with stuff like that, please. We have other stuff to do trying to get the department back together, and there's chain of command for a reason. So, if it continues to be an issue and people continue to skip chain of command, punishments are gonna follow because it's it's one of those things. You're being warned. You guys that are listening to this on the audio recording, you're being warned. All right, so just let's try and follow chain of command a little bit better than we have been recently, because it does get to a point where it's a little annoying. You know, we got stuff to do, and we can't always cater to every single person that needs our help, because there are other people in the department besides the 5 of us. I don't know if anyone wants to add on to that, but feel free to.
If you're hell bent on breaking chain of command, you're gonna message me or poke me with some shit. Make sure you put exactly what you want. Don't just say, "Hey, can I talk to you?"
Yeah, and you know, if it is a major issue, you know, like say you have an issue with a commander, you know, like say I don't know, Goldie decided to go like 350 miles an hour with like, you know, I don't know, somebody in the back going back to the station, you know, lights and sirens, got back to the station and shot the guy in the face. You know, if something like that happens, okay, you know, come to us and you know we'll take it from there. But I can almost assure you something that massive isn't gonna happen on the regular, so we shouldn't see you guys coming into our waiting room on the regular. Is there anything else, Spore?
Not regarding that. I did forget to say a few things, and actually, Smith, you want to talk about HRU?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to do that. Yeah, so HRU is active. So everybody knows we are a thing still. People can apply. I will get an application made up within the next week, and everybody who is interested, trooper above, feel free to apply. Um, if you have any special qualifications or anything like that, if you're ex-army or anything like that, make sure you put that in your application. There'll be a spot for it. Other than that, nothing else. I assure you. At the moment.
All right. I actually do want to add something on to the subdivision thing we got going on here. So, SOU is open to applications. You do have to apply, and then from that point, after your application process is completed, you will then be hand selected. If we think you're a good fit, you can be hand selected by myself and the other directors. I'll get you guys a link to the application template on a Google Doc so you can look at it. However, I would prefer that you don't submit me directly your applications. Kind of like what Smith was going on to. I am going to make a Google form and I will post that in the Discord either by the end of the day or probably tomorrow. But you guys can kind of get a feel for it right here if you want to go take a peek at that. It is going to be Sergeant Plus, so you will have to be a sergeant or higher to apply. So sorry for you guys that are lower ranks out there, but if you guys are able to apply and you're Sergeant Plus and you think you have what it takes to, piece together a murder investigation, these things are very in-depth and, it's not a joke. You really need to be devoted to actually wanting to do this. And, it's not a joke, is what I'm saying. Ronald can second that. Spore can even third.
Oh my god.
Spore can really second that. So, if you guys don't think you have what it takes to really use your brain and like figure stuff out and think outside the box, don't even bother applying because you're probably just gonna get hurt in the end because you will end up getting denied. All right. So, if you think you have what it takes, though, go ahead and feel free to apply.
Yeah, SOU is very in depth. I mean, I can vouch. Me and Sporeburst were talking about like a 6-page like case file we're working on with Sporeburst, and it's very in depth. There's depth, not depth.
There's also
like
death
hours.
too, but
There's serious detail.
there's depth. Serious detail goes into it. A lot of investigative work. If you think that's for you, definitely apply. It's a lot of fun, and a lot of good RPs.
So Tiger Blood has a good question. Do we need to wait now for the test to come up? No. We'll be handing out promotions. Of course, we're not going to be promoting every 2 days like the previous administration did. And we're not going to be promoting like, oh hey, you logged on last week, so we're going to give you a promotion. No. We feel it needs to be earned, and by that means that you are, operating at a level higher than what your current rank is. So that's why there has been a whole lot of promotions going on, but also at the same time, we're not going to promote every 3 days. I feel like maybe a once a week thing would be really good. Yeah, I believe it's better, and I'm pretty sure John and Ronald and everyone else agree with that as well. So that means whenever you see a sergeant walking around, you actually know this guy most likely knows what he's doing. Something like that. So, speaking of that, and everyone's talking about subdivisions, HRU is great. I'm very tempted to sign up to see if I have what it takes. I probably don't, but HRU is really really cool. I think we should get it started and have some really cool training sessions in RP with that. That'd be really cool. I'm kind of excited. And John talked about SOU. So let's talk about some of the things, and I just kind of just went over it, and just busted through it like a wrecking ball. So let me back up a little bit. As far as corporals, when corporals may apply, they may elect to apply to a CVE, MBU, or Air 1. So if you're a Corporal Plus, you can apply to either of those three. If you're a sergeant, you're kind of expected to be trained in all three, because if you're a sergeant and you're running around in CHP, you should know absolutely 100% what you're doing and need to be able to get in and fill those roles whenever requested. But anyway, we're not going to make that a requirement right now, but I just want to let you know, if you're Corporal Plus, you can definitely apply to any of the 3 subdivisions that is remaining: CVE, MBU, or Air 1. So make sure you take full advantage of that. We're starting to get some more Air 1 certified people, so we're going to be opening that here really, really soon. MBU is ran by Goldie, which is good. We got CVE, that's Cody, and I believe they may have selected some other people that can also train. I'm not really sure just yet, but that's their subdivision. So I just wanted to remind everyone that we have these subdivisions. Please apply. I don't want to make these subdivisions, to where it's like the K9 unit, to where nobody can get accepted. So
real
I want everyone here to be able to apply to any extracurricular stuff that they want to apply for. Want them to have fun in CHP. I want everyone to learn. That's the direction that all of us would like to go moving forward.
Your channel.
Yeah, real quick, I just wanted to touch up. Internal Affairs is also a subdivision. We're also looking for applicants. I really don't care rank as long as you're probably above corporal. I would prefer if
But sorry to interrupt. The name of IA is going to need to change within departments, because right now we have 3 IA departments. We have CHP IA, LASD IA, and Server IA. So we need to figure out who's changing what.
Well, each department has their own internal affairs.
Except in real life, that isn't necessarily how they do it. A lot of times it's a third party who does it, so we're gonna figure that out. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
User left your channel.
But yeah, anyways, so what internal affairs does, it just investigates basically internal affairs. If there's an officer that discharged a weapon without and shot another officer, or they shot a suspect without getting approval for what they need to get done, then we investigate it. If there's something went wrong with an officer or even a civilian, they can report it. Basically, all internal affairs, anything within the department, punishments, all that kind of stuff we handle. So, if you feel like you got what it takes, go ahead and apply. Looking for investigators.
And I will have a formal application coming y'all's way in the coming days as well on Discord, and it will be added into the subdivision rosters under the IA section, so you will be able to find that relatively easily.
There already is an application in the subdivisions category on Discord.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Well,
I mean,
there you go. All right. So yeah, Sam, I know I answered your question, but CIU and CIU GU have now merged, and they are SOU, which is as well a gang unit. We don't really do much gangs anymore for certain reasons, but we can be classified as that. I would also like to just address a couple little miscellaneous things. I know that this was brought up in command chat yesterday. It was an issue yesterday. An individual was banned from CHP yesterday. He is no longer welcome back. For those of you who do know who it is, you know who it is. We don't need to say any names. But I did just want to clarify for those who are aware of what happened. He is no longer welcome back. Don't talk to anyone about what happened, please. We can just kind of let it be. We don't need to start any drama. I don't want to see that happen. It's useless and very obnoxious. However, just want to make it known he's no longer welcome back under current administration. Let's see. Oh yes, we have a couple promotions. Unless y'all want to add some. Yeah, go ahead, Ariel. Permission to talk for 222. Go for it, brother.
Oh, here I'll.
Oh, wait, never mind. It works. Never mind. So, like for example, CHP is supposed to be on the freeways, highways, whatever you want to say, expressways. I've seen way too many like CHPs sit like at the station, let's say like the sheriff station, and they pull over. And I've spectated like about 2 to 3 people. I'm not gonna say names or anything, but I've spectated about 2 to 3 people. They sit at the station, they set up their radar, they pull over people at the station, and then they go right back to where they were before. And then they say, "Oh, I'm on desk duty," or "Oh, I'm just sitting here. I'm just waiting to be on duty." What was that?
Who does that?
I'll let you know after the
It,
meeting.
it, yeah, I was gonna say no name calling. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we're not
it
gonna
may
do
have been before the zoning, but yeah, I mean this is the official release of the zoning system. We need to make sure that that we adhere to it. Some people they don't check their Discord as much as other people do, so I mean that happens. This is the first meeting that we've had since that document was posted. So
Yeah.
this is the official thing is we should adhere to zones now. So I'm going to be putting my zone into my name whenever we are zone patrolling.
And I'm gonna add on to that because Ariel brought up something that I was even unaware of. You have been warned rather. If you are found in violation of the zone policy past this point, like I said earlier, there will be consequences, because if we don't give you consequences, we're gonna have consequences. So follow the zone rules, and we'll be all good. You won't have to talk to internal affairs the rest of your life.
Yeah, the last thing I want is Kyle coming in here asking why we're not, making sure everyone does that. So to avoid that from happening,
Punishments will be handed out. So let's just follow the rules, guys. That's all. Not trying to be assholes, but this was given to us by administration, and what goes up must come down, and it's coming down on you guys. So we apologize, but there's nothing we can do. Yes, the zoned areas are your jurisdiction. Um,
No, I mean if you're assigned the zone and you're patrolling zone, then you had a 32. You know, somewhere else you can respond to it. You don't have to change your zone if you plan to go back once you're done. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're here to patrol the highways, and if a sheriff or somebody in a LAPD says, "Hey, I need a 32," absolutely, we can. It, we are there to assist. So, absolutely.
all right. All right. So we're getting a little distracted with the zone thing. We can take questions right at the end here, and I can get all that under. All right. Let's stop with the whole plus joke we got going on here. It's getting a little annoying. So we got a couple promotions to hand out. All right. So right now we're gonna do Sam F first. So let's see. Spore, did you have something to add on that? I know you were the one suggesting it.
Sorry, I got my kids going crazy. Okay, so
We can give him
Sam F?
talk power too. Yeah, Sam F.
Let's see here. Actually, it was one of the top five. Can't remember who it was. Said, hey, Sam F's been doing great. So I decided to do it right along with him, and yeah, I agree. Sam F's been doing great. And then I had somebody else, Sergeant, come up to me and said, "Hey, I think Sam F needs a promotion." So you know what, Sam F, congratulations, you've been promoted. Let's see what we got here.
You can talk, Sam. You have permission to speak.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know what to say.
Well, there you go. All right. Let's see. We got one more promotion here. Tiger Blood. Sam, thank you for your comments there. We can take his top power away and finish this up. Tiger Blood, you'll be getting permission to speak in just a second here. And let's see, Spore, I know you most likely have more of an idea why Tiger Blood is getting a promotion. So I believe you did it right along with him.
Yep, did it right along with Tiger Blood. He did really good. Also, I've also been listening in RTO every once in a while. You'll see me go into RTO, and you just see me as listening. I'm just listening about, see what's going on. So we have been looking, and Tiger, you also been doing great. Also, a sergeant recommended a promotion as well, so took a closer look, and I agree. So, Tiger, congratulations, you're being promoted as well.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, guys. I look forward to moving up in the ranks with you guys and getting some good RP going on.
I trained that man.
Sam, your new call sign is going to be 243 in accordance with the new roster, my friend. And Tiger Blood, stand by. Your new call sign is going to be 256 in accordance with the new roster. And now that I'm on that topic, actually, the new roster, guys, your call signs possibly could change a little bit. So just go ahead and take a peek next time you pop on and look at the roster, because some of them quite possibly could be a different number at this point in time, and we don't want you using the wrong number.
So Evok,
yeah, go ahead,
that's
Spore.
that's a good question. What happened to Evok? Evoc's going to be integrated into the new training here pretty soon, and so if anybody that doesn't have it, that's currently here, and you still want Evoc training, we of course still provide that training, and I highly suggest that you do, because there's some additional rules in there. It's really good to know, but that training is going to be integrated into regular training, like very, very, very soon, within a week or so. So yeah, if you want the Evoc training, I would highly suggest that you take it. Otherwise, we're going to assume that everyone knows the rules, the additional rules, and everything. If you don't, there is a document on it, and if you need that link, I think we may have it on Discord somewhere.
The Evoc training?
Yep.
Yes, I do have that actually. So I'm gonna release this to you guys a little bit early. It is moderately unfinished, and it's not meant to look like anything very special. However, I have brought it up just recently to everyone that is in the top 5. And if y'all could actually just go ahead and refresh that page. Yeah, if y'all could just go ahead and refresh that page. I just had to change something real quick. So yeah, y'all have the majority of links here. If there's anything that I missed, go ahead and just, at me in Discord, PM me on Discord, and I'll add it, because I'm not perfect. I obviously miss over some things, but these were the major documents that I could find that would have any relation to anybody. So I think someone's asking for Evoc training. See that down at the bottom? You got that training document down there, so you kind of know what you can expect.
Also, there's John. I believe there was one other name. The zones. I put that in important links. There was one other name, but he's LOA, so obviously he's not part of this. He's not in the meeting right now. So I guess we could wait till he gets back, or if we want to just promote him now and then tell him later. I don't know. It's up to you, John.
We can just promote now and inform him later.
Kyler H.
All right. Well, let's get a little clap for Mr. Kyler H there. He's not really here to get promoted, so we're not going to get any words from him. But congratulations, buddy, for listening to this meeting, which you should be listening to this meeting right now, because there's some important stuff we went over. So I don't want to hear any questions from you about what happened in the meeting. But yeah, congratulations, buddy. Let me... Alright, so you're going to be new Corporal 244 if you're listening to this meeting. Hopefully you at least check the roster if you don't listen to the meeting. And I'd assume he's no longer LOA, correct?
I believe he still is, if I remember right.
Still LOA, okay.
But he might be coming back. Yeah, he'll be back Monday.
I have a concern.
Okay. Yeah,
so
go
Mr.
for
Tiger,
it.
so Mr. Tigerblood got promoted today, right?
Yep.
He got promoted to Trooper First Class, which is going to be removed, so he's going to be right back down to Trooper anyways.
No, he got promoted to Master Trooper. If you reference the new roster, which I have been updating, because it is going to get released after this meeting.
Okay.
Literally after this meeting.
Alright, makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Also, I wanted to tell everyone that I like to 10-12 with people. I mean, it's not just, I don't just 10-12 just to see what you're doing. I just 10-12 sometimes just to chill and ride with you guys, get to know you a little better. You guys get to know me a little better, I want to do that to just about everyone that's within CHP. So if you ever hear me in RTO asking you to come back to the station, probably not in trouble. 95% of the time is going to be because I'm on 1012, just to chit chat, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
So,
I'm the same way. I love the 10-12 people, so feel free to ask if you want to 10-12 with me.
And
I feel that this, that way you can ask me questions and stuff like that, and just I'm just another guy.
yeah, you guys, we don't want you guys intimidated. Because of our rank. We're not out to get you or anything. It's not how it is. That's it's not how we want it to seem, and that's just not how it is at all.
If anybody's wondering about promotions and how long it takes, and you think it takes too long, you think the system, what you've heard about the system so far, is not right, just know that I'm the chief right now. I've been in this server for about 2 years, in the CHP here for almost 2 years, I think. It's taken me a long time. I didn't get promotions every couple months, maybe every 2 months, 3 months I get a promotion.
So stuff takes time, guys. It's just not how it is. And Tiger Blood, I got you. I copied your promotion. And you are going to want to check on the roster again, brother. I'm sorry, I was just filling some spaces after promotion, so your new call sign is going to be 250. And that's another thing, guys. Check the roster. Daily, maybe every other day. It's good just because, we might be moving stuff around just to make the roster look a little bit tidier, because I know I'm an OCD freak when it comes to certain stuff, so filling in holes and gaps in the roster is going to be one of those things. However, once you get up to captain, major, and commander, they all have specific roles, so there might be spaces in there sometimes. That's just kind of how it is. It's organized a certain way up there, and that just isn't going to change. So,
yeah, we kind of forgot. So SOD is no longer, and we've given the divisions that are within that. We're giving the commanders they're the director of whatever they choose. Goldie, of course, chose MBU. Goldie has been amazing at MBU. He's pretty much, I don't know. I'm going to say he probably invented the SOP that goes with it. Cody preferred CVE. Oh, is it Eric? Okay. Well, anyway, Goldie's been amazing MBU. So absolutely, Goldie fits the MBU role as director. Cody he's the director of CVE. We don't have a director of air, so that one's empty. Assistant director of CTFTP program, we don't have one there. So they're each commander, major, captain, they have a very specific role. So whenever if say a lieutenant gets promoted to a captain, then whatever slot that they're going to fill, that's going to be your extra duty assigned to you. So if anybody is thinking about, trying to get a certain spot, you're going to be expected to fulfill that additional duty. So if you're shit at air services and you want to apply for director of air services 207, probably not going to work out very well for you.
And as well, guys, one thing that is going to be happening as well in the coming days, like I said in Discord, it takes a little bit of time to rebuild the house, and that's kind of what we're doing with CHP. But there is going to be something going on with sergeants, and when you guys train cadets and whatnot, and you're doing the field training stuff, you are going to have to fill out a form on that training. It's just so we can kind of keep track of who's getting trained, who's doing their job, and whatnot. Just to kind of keep tabs on you guys and make sure, everything's running smooth. And as well, if you guys haven't yet looked at the roster on your duties, Those duties are going to be expected of you. So lieutenants, Ariel, you're here, so I'll just point a little finger at you. And any lieutenant as well, to be honest with you. Y'all are going to be expected to, keep tabs on the forms, make sure any applications that are submitted, get those applications through. And then, if we have someone waiting for an interview, you guys, y'all are higher ranks than sergeants. We expect a little bit more from you guys. You're a little bit better at what you do. You know a little bit more. So we want you guys to be focused on interviews as well. And field training, you are qualified to do that. That is in your duties. However, if you are preoccupied with applications and interviews, you can go ahead and pass that on to sergeants because that is one of their only 2 duties. And then as well, sergeants, we want you guys posted on applications as well. But yeah, exactly. So, you guys are just going to kind of have to, it's not really that hard, just occasional, maybe every other day or something, just kind of take a look at applications, just see if any are there, and just keep an eye posted. If you accept somebody for an application, just keep an eye out in TeamSpeak here and there and make sure they're not waiting too long for an interview because, we don't want someone sitting in TeamSpeak for 4 hours waiting for a 20-minute interview. And then obviously sergeants, you guys as well with the applications. Just so we have some people kind of keeping it rocking and rolling. And then corporals, you guys just kind of, if you guys see a training going on or about to happen, just go ahead and contact the sergeant. Say, hey, would I be able to tag along just to, see how training is done? Because you guys, once you do get promoted to sergeant, you will be expected to do field training. And we are going to be keeping an eye on that. And if you're not doing your job, guys, I'm sorry, but I think you see where I'm going with it if you're not doing your job. Because we have other people that might be trying to do your job. And if you're not doing it effectively, well, then you're not doing it very effectively. So, fair warn, just keep an eye out for that. And then, patrol units, we just expect you guys to, patrol. That's all.
And be amazing.
Exactly. And be frickin' good. And then, go for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no. And if we see you guys are doing good, you master troopers, we're going to be keeping an eye on you guys mostly for the promotions. Troopers as well, we're obviously going to keep an eye on you, but mainly we're looking at master troopers to get promoted to corporals. Because we expect you guys to be able to stand up to the challenge of learning how to be a field training officer. And, from this point moving forward, to be honest with you, it is going to be something that you got to be devoted to. You got to really want that promotion. You got to show you want that promotion. Because like Spore said earlier in the meeting, there will be the test, the promotional test. I shouldn't call it a competency test, but it's just making sure you know your stuff, you know what you're doing, you've read over the handbook for the rank, and you can you guys can work effectively.
Yeah, and it's not going to be a test where you have no idea what it's going to be. There's going to be some documents because and we're going to chop up those documents because if we just we handed a probationary trooper a whole crap ton of pages worth of stuff, they're going to be lost. So I feel like a stepped approach where you'd say, okay, well here's 2 pages of stuff to read over, and whenever test time comes up, guess what? Where those questions are going to come from. So you shouldn't be intimidated. You will know exactly what you need to know and what you need to study for. So it basically it's just going to be some laws, like I said, that they're in as you go up the ranks. They'll be less common, but you're going to have the documents there so that you can read over and you will know. And like I said, pretty soon we'll come up with some questions and we'll get everybody involved. It doesn't matter what rank you are. Anybody can submit some questions, and we can mull it over and actually look at the California law and we'll put that in there. So I think it will be fun. it's for everyone to be educated on some of those little things.
All right. Well, we do have about 4 minutes. I don't necessarily want this meeting to go too much over an hour because I feel like anyone listening to it is going to get bored out of their mind. So at this point, if anyone has any questions or wants to add anything, can go ahead and request PTS, and we'll go ahead and open up the floor to you. All right, Mr. Jack Hoff, let's get him PTS.
Nothing related to the meeting and all. It's just I've had Darnell Thompson hit me up and ask me if you guys could put him on LOA for a couple weeks.
Darnell Thompson?
Yeah, that's correct.
Did he happen to give you a reason?
There was a bit of shit that went down on the server yesterday, and he just needs to take a couple weeks off the server. So he just wanted me to ask you guys to put him on LOA.
Like 2 week? What do we do?
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
All right, we'll get that under control for him.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Yep,
That's
no
all.
worries. Slooney wanted to PTS.
Alright, so there's an application on the forums where people are +1ing it. Are we gonna start going off the +1 thing, or are they just like doing it for no reason?
User disconnected from your channel.
In terms of applications for officer?
Yeah, CHP and a CHP application.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is, obviously if people are +1ing it, take that into consideration. However, make sure that you guys are copying and pasting their responses into a word counter so that you can make sure that they have actually met the word count. If someone does not meet the word count, that is an instant DQ, and we're sorry, but you got to at least meet the word count. They're not that high.
Well,
so.
Last night there was 2 applications. The first one that has the multiple +1s, I took that into consideration and I asked him to elaborate, like for him to actually type again, because his application was absolutely a shambles. I couldn't really understand it at all. And there was another guy who actually met the word count, but his sentences were like very unthoughtful, and like, if you get what I mean, like I couldn't really understand them as well, so I had to deny him. So I'm just asking, have I done a mistake? Is there any approach else that I could have used at that point?
No, I mean, that's the thing. Obviously, other top 5s here if you guys want to chime into this after, but if y'all read an application and you don't think the way that they're answering questions just seems like it's the same sentence reworded over and over, or their sentence isn't, well, their paragraph I should say, isn't really like they put much effort into it, because it's what, one of them 75 words and one of them, the other one's 75. If they don't put the effort in to typing out 75 words on why they want to be in the department, if they can't do that, don't hesitate to deny them, and just tell them to come back in 2 weeks and reapply, because we're looking for good troopers here. We're not looking for someone that's just here for shits and giggles and is only going to be on once a week. We're looking for people that actually want to be around a couple times a week and actually take part in the department.
All right, understandable then.
All right, anything else for us, Looney?
Nope.
All right, Jason B 252. All right, Jason, what you got for us?
Hey everyone. First off, Sport, congrats. I love you so much. One thing I was about to ask or request. So I remember when I was coming up in the ranks, whatever, and I just wanted to achieve Master Trooper just so I can get the sick charger they had. And then it got removed like the day or second day after I got promoted. I'm not talking about the slick top one, but like the original one that was in probably about a month ago. So it's like, is there any word on that, or like does it need to be purchased or some shit? Because I would dead ass buy a charger for us because it's sad. So yeah, what's up with that?
I think I know the charger that you're talking about. It it might be able to be purchased. I know Jersey Bride put a big thing in general chat about the vehicles that could be purchased. If you just scroll up to yesterday, you'll be able to find that in general chat on CHP. If you remember what the vehicle was and it's in there, then you can purchase it. However, I believe the one that you're talking about might have caused texture loss.
Yeah.
If it was LEO charger, was that the spawn code?
It probably was. I
Oh,
don't
man,
remember,
that
but I
thing
knew
was
it did
amazing.
cause texture loss.
Was it the one with the really cool taillights?
I think so. It was like the
Yeah,
one
that
that
one
just got
caused
removed.
texture
Yeah,
loss.
that was texture loss.
So like, I just want
Sadly.
to push for us to get like another charger back, cause like the slick top charger is cool, but it's ass, you know. So I don't know. And like also Jersey, when you come on for your little talk, can you explain more about the purchasing cars shit? And that's pretty much it I got.
All right, man. And then we got Jersey with PTS.
All right, so with the thing, the vehicles, I know they took a couple of them out, and they also added some, like the new 2017 Silverado that you see me driving all day. They just added that. It's more of an opera version. Arthur, just go to Arthur. He'll do all that stuff, and then adding on to that. So Spore, this is more directed to you. But what I talked to a while ago about people that oh wait, what? Sorry. People that bought cars that were allowed to use unmarked. Did that rule change? Because I know in the previous administration it was a rule, and you said you would get back to me, and you never have.
Oh, so yeah. So the official answer: if you're driving an unmarked car and you are not Captain Plus, you're gonna have to wear you need to wear your trooper uniform, and not zip clothes.
All right. And then second thing is just more for personal thing. I'll be LOA for 3 weeks starting tomorrow.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, I mean the thing is the reason why for that is because probationary trooper can go to Arthur and purchase a unmarked LEO vehicle, and of course there shouldn't be a reason why it's if that was the case, Jersey, then everyone would be in civ clothes, and then it wouldn't be CHP.
Yeah.
So that's the reason there.
Jersey, you said 3 weeks on that LOA?
Yes.
That's
so you'll
correct,
be coming
Sam.
back 17th, okay.
Yeah, you have to be in uniform if you're unmarked, unless you're Captain Plus.
All right. Thank you.
Be coming back August 18th. Jesus, Jersey, have a fun vacation. Going
Thanks.
away that way. Long, Jesus. All right. Jason B, quick PTS, and then I think we'll finish off the meeting, guys.
All right, real quick. So basically, I buy the car and then I can drive it pretty much like personally for like on duty and shit, right? That's how it works. Or like I'm buying it for like the whole department.
No,
you're
it's
buying
just
it personally.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, so it's just for you, but it's also you also have to follow the rule of unmarked. So
3-1.
Yep. So if there's 3 CHP to 1 unmarked, maximum marks 2.
Well, a suggestion I would say is, Jersey, you can get like a little, like just one image of all the vehicles, and then like the master document that DS linked, you can have it like put on there for like something regarding CHP vehicles. That'll be nice so people can see what they look like before they buy them. Cause yeah, so I don't know. That's it.
All right. Alright, guys. So I think that's going to conclude the meeting. In terms of that master document, I will be linking that in the announcements chat. And I will as well just be pinning it in the announcements chat, so you can always find it with the little pin icon up top if you ever need it. That is where it is going to be at all times, so you don't got to search for it, and you know right where it is. Jersey just added, you can buy a vehicle for the department. Don't know how. I would probably talk to one of the directors about that. I don't know much about it personally. But past that,
Wait,
I don't.
Jersey, where do you are you meaning like if you buy a vehicle you can drive it? Oh, he can't talk, can he? Because I may be able to answer your question.
Yeah, so basically, I know in the previous administration they gained money, and with that money they bought a car for CHP, and then they got them to skin it and they put it in for CHP, and then eventually they put
As
it in for
far
the
as I
attack
know,
server.
that is still allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that is
Arthur
still
have not
allowed.
said anything. They haven't said anything.
It's
So
still
that's still
allowed, but
allowed.
the charge it depends on like the polys and everything on the
You
vehicle
still have to follow
causing
the
lag.
unmarked rule. You still have to follow the unmarked rule.
Yeah.
Unless you get a texture for it that makes it marked.
Because it was the Leo Charger, the 2018 one, the one that they took out. CHP bought that, and then the entire server got that.
No, they put that in and then they put it back to pay.
All right.
So who's are we talking about ordering a vehicle for the department?
User disconnected from your channel.
Well, no, Jersey had a question about unmarked vehicles that you can buy.
Right. Yeah, I was talking to Kyle about one of the unmarked vehicles they sell now. I was asking if it can be skinned for CHP. So I wonder if that would be something that we could just pay for. And
Alright. How would you guys like for this as a CHP vehicle? I'll pay for it to get marked too.
Oh my god,
I've got a
Angel,
whole
stop.
bunch if you guys want to see them.
All right.
Well, okay, here's the problem here. It's ELS.
I
and
know.
Yeah, is that a van?
It is a minivan.
I'll pay
Yeah,
$50 for a Prius.
The problem is with that is minivans, like here in Canada, I don't know if you guys know our provinces as well. Over in BC, there's no minivans. Over in Montreal, they had minivans. They're mostly city stuff. So that would be good for the city, but not so much for county. So it'd be good for LAPD, but not CHP. Unless you're traveling with like higher ups going to something.
All right. Well, I think this is going to conclude the meeting. We can obviously sit in here and have a conversation about miscellaneous stuff regarding CHP G-Wagon, apparently, but I'm going to conclude it here, so anyone that wants to listen to it in Discord doesn't have to sit here for an hour and a half listening to gibberish at the end. So as far as everything in the meeting goes, this is what we got done so far. We are going to have more for you coming soon.
User left your channel.
And in terms of the next meeting, we will have it. Let me just whip out the dates here. So at this time, there could be a possible change in the meeting time or the day, so just keep a close eye to the announcements. But currently scheduled, we will have another meeting on August 10th. So that's going to be 8/10/2019 at 1900 UTC. So if you're Eastern time, that is going to be about 3 o'clock. I don't know about you British folk or foreigners, but UTC, you should be able to translate that to your local time pretty easily. So that is going to conclude the meeting.